Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more technology related. It's going to be more related towards, where is it? I just had it in my hand. This video is going to be about this Metabones adapter. This is the Metabones Mark IV adapter. It's at version, the firmware version on this right now is version 5.5 or something like that. We're going to test out the video autofocus continuous function on a couple lenses. I only have about 3 lenses really to test this out on, which are these 3 lenses, the 50mm 1.8, the 24-105, and the 100mm macro. Now this 50mm lens, this is the 1.8 nifty 50. This is the cheaper plastic back one, not the version 2, just to keep in mind. The reason why I bought this adapter is because, I mean, I have nice Canon lenses. I bought this Sony A6300 because I wanted to be able to shoot photography as well with this Sony camera, also with my Canon lenses. So, I mean, if you watched my last video, you know I said I was going to buy a GoPro instead, and I decided to invest my money in one of these. Now I know there's photodiox and there's Comlight, and I think even Sigma makes their own adapters for lenses to go on E-mount. I know, but I still decided to go with this one because I'm not sure about the others. This one actually has a USB port, so I can plug this in, get the updates, and maybe next month they'll have an update that will work perfectly fine with all the other lenses for video autofocus continuous and whatever little neat tricks they want to throw into the mix with that one. I was supposed to go outside to do this video, but right now it's very rainy outside. I mean, you can't tell, but I set up something a little bit nice here for us to test it out. We're just going to test out the focusing distances a little bit, you know, stuff in the distance, stuff really close, just back and forth things. But everything is going to be in autofocus continuous. So how it performs, and we will all give it a rating. I mean, you'll give it your own rating at the end of the day. Alright, so let's get started, right? Alright, so first up on the list, we have the 50mm 1.8. So this is probably as close as I can get with this lens before it starts to freak out. Right now, what's happening right now is that there's a light right over there. There's a studio light right over there. That's what I'm using right now to just light my room a little bit better. And you can see right now the autofocus is working really well. But if I lock this down a little bit, I don't know if you can actually hear that, but there's a lot of jitter. And if you look in the background, you can actually see that going on right now. So let's just pan across a little bit into the middle of the table now. Okay, so you can see that jitter going on right there. I don't know what that is from. The camera is on manual right now, so it's at 1160 f1.8 and ISO 800. If you want to know what I'm talking about that. It's jittering quite a lot. It's just doing that little back and forth, and you can see that right here on the camera itself. You can just look in the background at the bokeh. I'm just gonna go to the lamp in the distance, and I'm gonna come down to Gunther really quickly. Yeah, alright, so we have a little delay there going on. Let's go back to the distance one time. So you can see there's a noticeable delay. Let's move on to the next lens now. Moving on to another prime lens now. This is the 100mm, the 2.8 macro lens. It's at f4 right now. So this is it here on Gunther. It's going across to the cup. Takes a little while, but it finds it. Going across to the controller. Does a pretty good job. So going from things that are not far on the focus ring, I would say it does a pretty good job at finding it. But let's just go to something in the distance now. Alright, let's go back down to Gunther. Okay, so it's taken a little while. It still hasn't figured out what to do yet. I see the focus ring moving back and forth, but I don't know, it just doesn't know what to do now. So let's go back to the cup, see what happens. Yeah, it finds it. Let's go back to the controller, come back to the cup. This lens functions quite well outside in well lit areas. Outside, it's direct sunlight, everything. Maybe this low light setting right now is a little bit strenuous in it, but that's good. At least you get to see how it performs in low light. I mean, there's still the studio light across on that side, and it actually picks up focus on the studio light quite fine, but that's, I don't know, maybe it's just a lighting situation I have going on right now. Okay, so let's just carry it down to 2.8 now, see what happens. It's all the way wide open. How's it function? I think you still see the jitter somewhat. So let's just pan back across to the cup. It finds it, it does well. Let's just go back across to Gunther over there. I'm gonna have to lean the camera a little bit. Yeah, it finds it quite well. Just go back to something in the distance now. Still hasn't figured out what it wants. Maybe if I give it more light. Right, there we go. Okay, so for this test, I really wanted to go outside for this one, but the weather is still really unpredictable right now, so I don't want to do it. It's at 24 millimeters right now. It's at the widest, and it's at f4. So if I carry it into Gunther, let's see what happens. So I guess he tried. Yeah, it found the focus well. All right, so yeah, it found the focus. This lens actually is very hit or miss. I tested this lens a little bit more outside, and it did not like the Metabones adapter at all. It gave me very unpredictable results. So maybe in your testing you might find a difference. I'm just gonna take it off the tripod now because this lens is a little bit wider than the others. It's at f4 right now. The bottle and Gunther is in focus. So I'm just gonna move the focus ring and see if you can find it back. So it takes quite a while. It hasn't even started moving yet. So maybe if I go to the cup, the focus ring, okay. I'm just gonna give it some help. Found it. Can it find it over there? I was trying to do this video before, and this is the same sort of results I was getting the last time I tried this. So the 24-105, does it actually work for video? Autofocus continuous, there it goes, it starts back to work now. I'd say it's very, very hit or miss. If you think the 100mm was hit or miss, then you would definitely have a bad time with the 24-105. So the autofocus continuous is back working now, so I guess, yeah, it functions. Does it function the way it should? Not really. And I think you'd find now it's off. You see, again, it just didn't want to find anything. Okay, so as you can see there, the lenses perform differently. So the 24-105 gave me the most help. I did try to do this video on Sunday. Today's Tuesday, if you don't know, wherever you are, I don't know. But I did try to do this video on Sunday, and this lens in broad daylight gave me hell to focus on anything. And then all of a sudden, it'll just start back working. And then maybe 5 minutes later, it will just totally stop working. I haven't really figured out why it stopped working. I think when it gets to the macro distance is why it stops, and then it can't find anything after that. I haven't really confirmed that, but I do know that it will give you a ton of problems in autofocus continuous. You're better off just switching it to manual and focusing that way. Now the other lenses, the prime lenses, this lens always does that. Like, it sounds scary. The other lenses, the prime lenses, they shoot wide open at 1.8 and 2.8 respectively, and they gave me very little problems. I also tried this out in like a macro situation outdoors where I focused on like ants passing by, and I think it did a very good job. I'm pissed right now that I deleted that video because the audio was bad and everything in it, but I should have kept it for you guys to see that because it focused really nicely on ants passing by on a tree stump, and I was just like, okay, so I know I saw a guy on YouTube who did a kind of video like this where he did it with Sigma lenses, but he just kind of panned across and showed it. That kind of confirmed that I was going to buy a Metabones adapter, so shout out to that guy. I'll leave his video down below so you can see the kind of performance with Sigma lenses. But with Canon side, there's a whole list on Metabones website of all the lenses that's supported. They do say that video autofocus continuous is a little bit dodgy, so bear that in mind. But for stills, we have all beaten this topic to death. Stills works fine. Metabones adapters work. Jason Lanier also has a video with the 50mm, and he tests like the 85 on a bunch of different lenses. So if you like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe. I do intend to do more videos like this in the future. Maybe I'll review some other lenses. Maybe I'll review some other gear that I buy. Maybe I'll review this Rode Video Micro that's on top here that looks absolutely disgusting right now because it broke in like 3 days. But if you like videos like this and you want to see more like this in the future, I mean I have a bunch of vlogs up. I'm gonna do more vlogs as well, but I want to do more tech stuff and more photography stuff. So if you want to see more like this, do subscribe to my channel, leave a like below, leave a comment, any thoughts, questions or concerns, leave them down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what lenses you tested it with. Let me know if you want to buy a Metabones adapter, because I mean a video like this kind of convinced me to buy one, so maybe my video will convince you to buy one. Right, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Not sure when I'll be, but I do intend to make some more. Alright, roll credits. Oh my god, I just hit my toe! Oh. Oh! And a brand new tool. I don't feel like mine anymore. I do wish I had a fancy intro. I wish I had a fancy intro in the beginning because that would be nice. Like, we're gonna talk about the Metabones adapter today. Damn, I wouldn't even watch that video. This is still recording. Why am I still recording? I have no idea. This is like the end of a Marvel video where like Deadpool comes out in his robe and he's like, oh, you guys are still here. Okay. Later.